Hello, everyone. This is TBone2004, host of the Illogical Podcast, your favorite ranter from 2008, out of retirement, back in full swing, not stopping for nobody, the roughest, toughest, holy shit, he's a sexual debating son of a bitch fucker, and guess what? I'm in a goddamn motherfucking commentary mood. And holy shit, that intro was drawn out to hell and back. So, who could I be commentating on tonight? Well, if you haven't seen the current generation of YouTube, you'll be surprised to know I found someone who is in fact dumber than MTN Productions, that being one TMossBoss. Now, for those of you who don't know who this wonderful individual is, I would suggest looking up fellow commentator Just a Robot, because he's done several videos about TMossBoss, along with other users following suit, such as I Bully Bullies, just to name a few. However, instead of giving you a little history lesson about his online doings, I'm just going to get right down to the point. TMossBoss is an inept jackass who thinks it's fun to bully others and talk down to them like he's a superior creature and that everyone else is just a pile of dog shit under his foot. The problem with his videos, however, is the fact that he runs his mouth about mundane shit and then roughly 30 minutes later, he deletes the video because, well, I have no fucking idea why he deletes his videos. Another thing he's infamous for is the fact he doesn't edit his videos. Or wait, did I say edit videos? I'm sorry, I meant to say he doesn't edited his videos. So be forewarned, this commentary is going to have some ridiculous bullshit like stuttering, stammering, and making up a whole bunch of bullshit. So, for the sake of everybody watching this, I'm going to have to skip a few parts here and there. And trust me, it's for your benefit. You'll thank me for this later. So without further ado, what do you say we get this happy horse shit going, shall we? Okay, sweet. Because this is going to be fucking beautiful how this guy just gives me all new material to work with, especially in the year 2019. I find it hard to believe I've been doing this for about 10 years now. I mean, ranting. I mean, for God's sakes, you know. Let's just get on with it, shall we?
You know what? If it came down to it and I wasn't doing YouTube, like if they just, I don't know, like if it came down to it and I was at like the start of where I was at on YouTube and then they said like, oh, you're going to be dealing with, like, if right now me told 13-year-old me, like, this is what you're going to be dealing with and stuff. Like, I'm like, all right, well, if I got to go through some people to just, you know, get to where I want to get to and things, then yeah, give me the football gear, because I'm going through these guys like Marshawn Lynch.
It's been about 8 years since I last did this particular trope, but Woody, if you please. Okay, 30 seconds into this dumpster fire of a video, and already I see multiple problems. It took you 38 seconds to get out one single sentence. I have never heard anyone come up with a sentence that fucked up and twisted since Dragon Shadow 3 and the goddamn motherfucking Toy Story, or as I like to call it, the Seriously. But here, it's not even funny. This is actually kind of infuriating to listen to. And second of all, you compare your YouTube career to that of a football player? Wow, that has got to be the worst comparison I have ever seen. But I digress. How much more of this bullshit have we got to go through?
Aw, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Like, I am going to get to where I need to get to at the end of the day. That's all that really matters. Like, that's just... What's up, guys?
Really? It took you 45 seconds to get to your damn intro. I'm sorry, but I'm going to replace something from one of your older videos. Thanks to Just a Robot, of course.
You know, if there's like a part that you don't want to see, skip it. Like, that's what I do. If I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to see their intro because it's a minute long, skip to the good part of the video, to the part of the video you're actually going to watch. But anyways, it's like, that's why I don't edit videos, because it's not that hard for you guys to just skip through the video. Like, you say it's not hard for me to do stuff, but it's easier to just skip through the video.
You complain about people making long-ass intros to their videos and preaching about skipping them. You just took a whole goddamn minute to get to the video. Now, granted, I did this once before in one of my episodes of Illogical Ranting with a skit involving the Zigzagoon Horde, and I expected people to skip it if they didn't want to watch it. But I bring this up because this shows how hypocritical you are when it comes to editing your videos. Or maybe I should say, it shows how hypocritical you are when it comes to why you don't edit your videos. You've already failed. And we haven't even started the damn video yet. If that is any indication, then it's about to get a whole hell of a lot worse. I can already tell.
Wreck-It Ralph. He is a full-blown stalker. The reason why I say that is because...
Wait a minute. Was that a jump cut?
Stalker. The reason why I say that is because...
Dear God, I called that shit early. TMossBoss just pulled a dragon shadow. Yeah, this clearly shows you don't know how to edit videos and why you choose not to edit your videos. And second of all, Wreck-It Ralph is a stalker? I don't remember anywhere in Wreck-It Ralph where he goes around stalking someone. Can you please explain this to me? I need answers.
You can check on his Twitter account. It's seriously screenshots of just stuff that I post. And then his YouTube channel, it's the same thing. Like, my face is all across his YouTube channel and his Twitter account. And I'm like, bruh, everything that has your name has my name. Like, that's the one collaboration I never asked for.
So, let me get this straight. Wreck-It Ralph is stalking you all over social media and plastering your content all over the place? Jeez, Ralph really did break the internet. In all seriousness, however, TMossBoss, you have to understand something. With your levels of fail, people are going to start following your virtual tracks, download your content, re-upload it in the event you try to do damage control, and archive it for all to see. You can act like this is no big deal and complain about it like you've done in the past, but the fact remains you've become infamous for all the wrong reasons. They're not stalking you, they're keeping tabs on you. Continuing on.
Okay, I just checked his social blade because I'm thinking, okay, maybe because, you know, you're blowing up using my name a lot. You know, you kind of have some backup behind you. One would think, you know, your social blade, it would say some positive things. I mean, he's growing in subs, but, bruh, your channel is at a D-.
Okay, and this is relevant how? He may have a D- grade on Social Blade, but in the grand scheme of things, he's making videos about you, which will eventually start getting noticed, considering your track record. And it's kind of funny that you're laughing in his face because of his grade, yet not too long ago, you made countless videos whining and crying about dislikes and how your Social Blade had a bad grade too.
Well, if that ain't the big fat pot calling the Colonel black.
I don't know if where you're from, D- are good, but out where I'm at, D- that means that most likely you're going to be sitting with freshmen next year in high school. Like, you're getting held back, bro. Like, that's, I don't know how to break it down to you, but let's just, I mean, come on now. You can't call yourself, like, mainstream media with a D- on your channel. It's just...
Wow, talk about a drop in quality right there. And you say he's not mainstream media? I'm sorry, but you just completely went out of focus right there. Way to stick it to Wreck-It Ralph there, Tyler. I'm proud of you.
He, first 4 most viewed videos. TMossBoss does not understand criticism. TMossBoss exposed again. TMossBoss exposed again part 2. TMossBoss is a bully. TMossBoss ignored a suicidal girl. TMossBoss can't even make skits. TMossBoss is autistic and stupid. TMossBoss is the devil. I mean, dang. That's, even I don't talk about myself that much.
Let go your ego. And second of all, did you really have to list off every single video that he's made about you? Okay, he made a ton of videos about you. Just say, I'm looking at his channel, and he made about a dozen videos about me. Don't name off every single one of them. You're making yourself look like an older, dumber, uglier version of Tuner 1994 with a side order of Dragon Shadow.
Like, that's, you going a little bit overboard, bruh. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And correct it by...
Oh, God, that transition made me feel nauseous. Come to think of it, this entire video is making me sick to my stomach. I'm gonna need some Sprite and crackers after this is over.
Maybe he might have skipped a week. Maybe, I'm guessing he skipped a week, okay? Let's scroll through all the other people that are making videos about me and things, just milking my name for views, but...
Oh, jeez, here we go again. I kind of wanted to skip this part, but what he says next just rubbed me the wrong way, and I want to address this. So with that in mind, let's continue.
Actually, he's doing YouTube's new premiere feature, and the video is titled TMossBoss wants to kick Glenn Gregg in the throat. I mean, I still kind of stand by that. Like, there's some times where it's like, you know, you just see that like really bad kid and you just want to just kick him in the throat and things. I mean, people have threatened me on YouTube. I was just being along with the party and stuff, so.
You know what? People want to kick you in the throat because of how insensitive and hateful you are to people. Take Joshua Montague, for example, and how you literally pissed on him after his mother passed away. And this might sound like A-logging, but I would love to see him kick you in the throat. Also, just because they threaten you doesn't mean you yourself can follow suit. That makes you look like a total jackass.
But, it's funny how he brings that kid up, and it's like both of you guys are known for creating accounts and just staying in my comment sections. Even Glenn Gregg was doing the same crap to me back like 2 years ago and stuff. So y'all can relate. YouTube might become like the dynamic duo that just finally takes me off of YouTube and stuff. I don't know. Let's see in the future.
And to those two, I wish you the best of luck in taking TMossBoss off of YouTube. If you can do that, then I will do like Pikachu OZ and give you both cupcakes of your favorite flavor. And also, I find it kind of funny that you're asking them to take you down and you act like a smug prick about it. Your ego just overlaps every aspect of intelligence you have, if you even have intelligence to begin with. Continuing on. Tyler, can I ask you something? Why did you feel the need to include a water break in your damn video? That was totally unnecessary!
To hydrate myself. Sorry about that.
Into hydrate myself? Into hydrate myself. I can get what you're saying, but the way it's edited is so poor, I swear it sounds like you said, into hydrate myself. You know what? I'm gonna quote Dragon Shadow. This video makes me want to puke. It's so shitty. Oh, I can't say enough about it. Okay, really. 5 minutes into this garbage heap, and it makes me want to stab my eyes out with 2 motherfucking butter knives. That is so stupid.
Back to his social blade, I'm looking at his total views, the amount of views that he has reached so far, talking mainly about me. But I feel like that's a big number. Like I've gotten this on a few of my videos and stuff. But total views, people, total views.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
He's gotten 14,839 total views. Like, that's big. I mean, he has more subscribers because I'm Dante. He only got 15 subscribers. And then me, I'm losing subs. And so maybe my subs, they're going over to his channel. I would figure
they're going to his channel because they learned about your bullshit ways and all the bullying and harassment you're engaged in. I told you before, the reason they're unsubbing you is because of what you've done in the past and how everyone is calling you out for it. And you wonder why lower grade users are more popular than you.
This man pulled in 121 subscribers. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Oh, good God! Now I'm getting invalid nickname memories. Please get your crotch away from the screen, please. Personal space, man. Personal space.
I mean, that 121, that's a lot. Then they're like 80 uploads. That's a lot right there, too. I mean, I've uploaded that number a few times in one day. Like, that's...
Well, gee, I wonder why you uploaded 80 videos in one day. It couldn't be because of all your whining about dislikes and people hating your videos. No, it has to be because of something else. Also, 121 subs is rather impressive to say the least. But why would you, of all people, be surprised about that? I thought you could care less about things like that, yet here you are.
I'm saying, but, well, you know, it's, you know, because I kind of did have like a 5-year advantage thing on him.
More egotism right there, folks. Also, I just love the fact that in every sentence, in damn near every sentence, you go like this, and it's just like, I'm thinking like, I'm like, in his like, and it's just like, I'm like, bro, dear God, you sound like a ghetto Porky Pig.
I'm saying, but, well, you know, it's...
Case in point. Continuing on.
Because the crazy thing is, in 2015, that's when I created my gaming channel. So it's like, we did kind of create it in the same time, but even on there, like, what? Over 2,000 videos, over 2,000 subscribers, I think 400,000 total views.
Your egotism is just disgusting at this point. Not only are you just going on and on and on about how you're so much better than everyone else, but you just drag it on so much that it becomes annoying. Well, you know what? Seeing as how you've done this for the last 6 minutes, we're gonna skip this shit.
Skip it.
And another one. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, man, but you're a stalker. Like, straight up, you are a stalker. Here it is. I can make a video about sneakers, gaming, reactions, Rockstar editors, music. Then I'm like, what? Like my other YouTube channels and stuff. I mean, I can make videos just about anything pretty much. Like if it came down to it and stuff. And, here it is. It's like all of your YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, I feel like that's about it. 2010 Facebook. Like it's all about me.
Oh my God. Not even skipping your bullshit helps. You know, I think Steve Martin said it best in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
It's like going on a date with a chatty Cathy doll. I expect you to have a little string on your chest, you know, that I pull out and have to snap back. Except I wouldn't pull it out and snap it back. You would.
The only difference is when you pull your own string, you spew a whole bunch of random bullshit that never fucking ends. How just a robot puts up with your bullshit is beyond me. And the worst part? There's still 8 fucking minutes left of this video!
Basketball, racing, freaking, I don't know, working out, that should be something you should consider, but...
Really, dude? You're gonna use the go outside for once retort? Dude, I've seen your videos on all your channels. You clearly don't practice what you preach. You sit around in your fucking house playing games, crying about how you got a C- grade on Social Blade, bitching and complaining about people making videos on you, and talking down to everybody you deem not worth your time. And I'm sure you're probably going to make a video about me once I put this video up on YouTube. And I'll say this to you. Tyler, I've been doing this shit for the better part of 15 years, and I've taken little maggots like you down several pegs, and yet I'm still here. So do me a solid like The Rock.
Shut up, bitch!
Like, you could get arrested for this type of stuff. Maybe not what's going on between me and you, but I feel like that you're practicing to become some, like, serial killer or something. Like, this is weird, bro.
So, let me get this straight. You believe that this person whom you claim is stalking you is committing a crime. Dude, I think you fail to understand the concept of documenting someone's online activity. Have you ever heard of Chris Chan? How about Elliot Roger? How about Randy Stair? Seriously, there's a lot of people out there who have been documented by many people online. Nick Bate, Thaddeus McMichael, fucking John Kuckian. All these people have one thing in common. They're all documented for the lousy bullshit that they do online, and they become a virtual pincushion for all to come and see. It is not a crime. In the words of the late Emmer Helsing 920 Prevost, God rest his soul, if you're stupid enough to post bullshit like that on the internet, it has every right to stay up, okay? You, TMossBoss, need to learn to think a little before you upload anything, because it's pretty obvious that you put no thought into anything you upload. Nobody's committing a crime by following your digital tracks, because you make it pretty damn easy for them to follow you wherever you
I wouldn't really say his fans, Robot's fans that's just on his channel showing him support, they're probably going to just say, like, it's not stalking, that's just what he does.
Nope, not gonna repeat myself. Keep stroking your ego, Tyler.
Like, yeah, I guess that's really your only defense. Like, I mean, that was Robot's defense. Like, you guys are just commentary channels.
Oh yeah, we're just commentary channels. That's all we do. We make videos where we tear people down and tell them how shitty they are. We don't do other things like discuss certain topics and ideas or run full podcasts or gaming streams for that matter. No, we're just commentary channels. I find it hilarious that you're complaining about people stalking you and making videos about you, yet you do the same damn thing, then delete the video soon after. Well, what the fuck is that? Oh wait, I forgot. I pointed that out to you a while back in regards to your social blade. In fact, let's replay that part, shall we?
Okay, I just checked his social blade because I'm thinking, okay, maybe because, you know, you're blowing up using my name a lot. You know, you kind of have some backup behind you. One would think, you know, your social blade, it would say some positive things. I mean, he's growing in subs, but, bruh, your channel is at a D-.
Why don't you do us all a favor and pull your head out of your ass because you stink of bullshit? Well, I really need to stop saying bullshit.
And it's just, like, that's.
God, stop that! You give me a fucking migraine when you stutter like that. Just say what you need to say.
It ain't really commentary where you're just retweeting the same thing over and over again. Like, I didn't even read out the retweets, but it's just, seriously, the retweets are of people that's like the video, some negative video about me.
Well, maybe because they agree with the person doing the commentary. Remember, the world does not revolve around you. You see, the truth is, the earth has been revolving around the sun since before you were fucking born. And you're bitching about someone who retweeted your video and made a commentary about you. Guess what? That doesn't mean jack shit! God, you're lucky Zam 30,000 isn't even active anymore. Otherwise, you'd have a clown commentating on you too. But that's besides my point. Continuing on.
You know, it has something to do with me, but it ain't like something that's being said. It's the same thing over and over and over again, so.
Yes, we get it, Tyler. We know how Twitter works. But I have a question for you. Why the hell do you even care if they keep retweeting it? And allow me to ask you another question. Why are you making this video? I really want to know.
Why are people wasting the time on making a video about you?
Well, gee, I don't know. It's probably because you keep adding fuel to an already out of control fire which you yourself started. Here, let me give you a perfect analogy.
Don't go away, George. I'll go get the water. Petrol. Huh, that's a funny way to spell water. This'll cool you off, George. George is my friend.
I'm just at my house chilling for the most part, and I just say some things. Like, I would have to say, like, I'm the 20-year-old Charlemagne. I just say some actual factuals, and people just get mad about it. I think I might follow in the career of Charlemagne the God. Like, I mean, I have his book. I need to read it.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
You know, I don't know how much more of this I could take. All he's doing is going on and on and on about nothing. First, it was about being stalked. Then he talks about his channel. Then he talks about commentary channels. Then he starts rambling about all kinds of stupid fucking bullshit. You are worse than the ghetto kid and invalid nickname combined. How is it that someone who belittles the death of someone's family member and bitches and whines about hateful comments and poor grades on social media gets 10,000 subscribers and it's like, I'm just... God damn it, now you got me doing it, Tyler. Okay, you know what? That's it. It's been a long time coming, and I thought I exhausted my payload, but Tyler, this one is for you, bitch. Random explosion effect! Hello, everyone. This is TBone2004, and guess what? After a very long break from doing videos... Well, actually, let me correct myself and start over. You want to know why I've been quiet for the past few months? It's not because of some petty drama, oh no. It's because of some old drama that has returned from the past, and it's become more heated. And unfortunately, I've been dragged into it in more ways than one. I'm not going to go into major detail, well, at least not yet, but this drama has gone on for far too long, and it's time to end this once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, Zingo Dash has officially become my biggest target yet. Why has he become a big target for me? Well, let me replay this particular part in my brony rant.
And finally, I'm gonna mention another name. Zingo Dash. I have no shame calling you out by name, pal, because of the shit you've pulled on me. You got my podcast ripped to shreds. You fucking let your goddamn little bitch-ass friend, Lily, get on my show, let her friends run ape shit on it, let the trolls chase all my friends away from it, and then had the audacity to fucking rip me and my friend off. I'm not gonna call her out, but you know goddamn well what her name is, you sorry piece of fuck.
Well, fast forward to the current day, and what do you know? Zingo is at it again. This time doing the exact same shit he pulled in the past, but this time on an even larger scale. He has scammed more people out of money with false promises and downright fraud. What makes the situation even more worse is the fact that he has begun to start doxing people when they call him out, and even going so far to threaten people. Doesn't that sound like something Onision or John Cuckian would do? You have a brony who is trying to cherry pick off of other people's success, getting involved with other major groups, only to get kicked out for freeloading and scamming, and now threatening people and harassing them when they call you out. I have dealt with some pretty bad guys in my time, and at the time of making this video, I thought Nick Bate was the worst. But going on 6 fucking years with this one man alone, it's time to finally dish out some good old-fashioned pro-revenge. How am I going to exact pro-revenge? Simple. I'm going to do a commentary on his latest video outing where he calls out a user, we'll just call her Flore for posterity, and in said video, he attacks her with screenshots where he quote-unquote reveals the truth about her lies and deception. Unfortunately for him, what he doesn't know is that in true Chris Hansen fashion, I have the transcripts of his chat logs that I've documented for the past several months now, and if I come across anything that sounds sketchy, I'm going to reveal some things that he said to me and call out his hypocrisy. You might say this might be a pseudo remake of the 12 Contradictions of a Man-Child, but believe me, PowerPup97 is nowhere near the levels of Zingo Dash. At least PowerPup97 is a decent and good-natured person who was sadly misunderstood. But Zingo Dash, oh, he's a whole new level of cringe. Without further ado, have a boot in your ass, fucker!
Hello guys, Zengo here.
And nobody missed you, ass clown.
I know it's been a while, hasn't it? Anyway, you might have guessed already by the name of the video that we are doing this again.
Oh, so this has been going on for quite a while, hasn't it? I'd like to go ahead and open with this. For those of you who don't know who Flore is, she is a Team Fortress 2 player and artist on DeviantArt. She has been getting harassed, abused, and threatened by Zingo Dash over the course of the past several months, and many have called Zingo out on this. However, he has made feeble attempts to lambaste her for her actions against him, screen capping their Discord chats and presenting receipts. Well, I have got some receipts as well that will destroy you in comparison to what you're going to reveal against her. So, let's hear what you have to say, Zingo.
What again, you may ask? Well, let's go ahead and jump into why I am talking about Flore Fempire once again, and the people she turned against me to help her see me fall. Before we get into this, some names of the people who came to me with their stories and gave me evidence I show in this video will be blurred out or hidden to show respect for those people, and some pieces of evidence I will not show, but I will read key parts of them as some people asked me not to show it in video.
Okay, you say that, Zingo, but there's a bit of a contradiction there. You won't reveal names of people involved with this on YouTube, yet on other platforms you're willing to drop names and reveal docs with this little website you paid 95 cents to get the info off of. Right off the bat, 43 seconds into this shit pile, and already I've come across one contradiction, the first of many. So with that in mind, I'm going to put a contradiction counter right here, and a lying counter right over there. Oh, and by the way, for the sake of argument, if I have to pull a chat log, or any screenshots for that matter, it's going to go towards the lying counter and the contradiction counter. So right now, we have one contradiction and no lies. At least not yet. Continuing on.
Flore Fempiro, or just Flore for short, is a female Steam user who I did a 3-part PSA video thing I did a while back. You might be asking, Zengo, what videos? I don't see them. Well, I will tell you.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the reason why the videos are gone is because you probably pulled them down to avoid getting community guideline strikes on the grounds of harassment and threatening. But then again, you are a pathological liar, so let's hear your reasons why.
I took them down, and here is why. It all started when me and my former co-owner of my Discord, Kai, which I will talk about later in the video.
Keep that name in mind, folks, because Zingo brings it up many, 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 many times. There were many times in our conversations where he constantly brought up Kai, and I tried to sway him away from all that drama to focus on what he did to me and my friend, but you will see soon enough, he pulls the conversation into his favor and bring it back to Kai and Flory. This will be very important later on, folks. Trust me on this.
Had talked to me about something he wanted to do in my server after Anime Expo. He said he wanted to change something in my server, and I said he can make that change, but in exchange, I wanted to make a change as well.
Oh, you mean like how you tried to one-up me and my crew on the Illogical Podcast with your Brony Otaku Gamer Show? The show that basically killed my podcast with all your trolls and cyber vermin. You think I've forgotten about that? I haven't, and I will never forget it. But that's the least of your problems. Let's see what kind of bullshit you spew about Kai here. Oh, and as for Anime Expo, I have a few little tidbits to reveal later on that will pretty much show what kind of shit he's pulled in the past. For now, though, let's continue.
What was the thing you asked? Well, he wanted to ban a person that he just didn't like in the server, and I said okay, but I get to bring a person that you and Comrade, another person I will be talking about in this video, back to my server.
So basically, he wanted to ban someone from his server, but you forced him to bring someone from your inner circle in. Zingo, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And spoiler alert, the user in question is XLR8, one of Zingo's trolls who would go on to cause chaos in Kai's server. So this is how you help your friends, huh? By bringing in a troll after a troll was banned? We're going to keep that on standby. And as for the user who was banned, Elan, he was a known scammer just like Zingo. So I guess fraud and deception make good bedfellows, huh? Continuing on.
He said okay, and we followed through with it after Anime Expo 2019. By the way, the people in question who were banned from my server will be omitted from the video.
Too late! I already dropped their names. Oh, and for the record, you can hide all that bullshit, Zingo, but you should know, I have the receipts.
Then the shit happened the moment I brought back the user I wanted back. A former member of my server by the name Tusk, someone who will also be talked about in this video, sent me a DM asking me why I brought that member he hated back. I told him why and what me and Kai had talked about. Tusk had a great hate for the user I brought back into my server, a reason that was really stupid, at least in my eyes. I will talk about that later as well.
Yeah, Zingo, keep putting it off. Put it off just like how you promised to pay everyone you owe thousands of dollars of debt to, myself and many others included. I love how you constantly say, I'll talk about it later, as if it's not that important to you. Here, let me pull something up for you, something that'll jog your memory a little bit. Are you seeing a trend here, people? He's avoiding giving me a straight answer to a simple question. The fact he owes me, among others, thousands of dollars in debt just so he can whine and cry about Flora and Kai. What he's doing here is basically dodging an explanation as to why he invited his trolls into Kai's server. And he keeps doing this, both in the chat and in the video. So with that in mind, let's continue.
Tusk even got in a group call with me and the user. Tusk hates the guy just because the guy wanted to be friends with everyone in the server. Tusk told the user he hated him because he was using his spy in his source filmmaker artwork.
And as I said in the chat log, Zingo, who the fuck cares about that shit? What does it have to do with anything? Are you exposing Flore or not? You're floundering around the explanation and rambling about nothing. Get on with it, man!
And also called him a liar and being a fanboy of my channel, and Tusk then also thinks I have a hate for him because I make jokes about him sometimes.
Oh, like how you make fun of people who have physical and mental health problems too, right? You know, like how you insulted me and my friend for having mental health issues, blaming your autism for your bad behavior, or how you insulted me when I almost died from a kidney infection a few years ago, saying your type 1 diabetes was far worse, and having the gall to say the infection was my fault, yet you have a preventable form of diabetes. Fuck you for even saying that bullshit just now. Continuing on.
Which I do admit I made jokes sometimes, and I even did one hurtful joke which I regret doing.
You don't regret the jokes you make, and fuck you for saying that as well. In fact, here's a little something to prove you're lying right there. You see, Zingo made a very hurtful joke about Tusk in the server, a joke involving his parents, and Tusk did not take very lightly to it. So basically, he says a lot of hurtful things about people and says, well, it's all a joke. Well, with that prospect in mind, look at that! Lying is on the board. Let's see who has the higher score at the end. Anyways, let's continue.
Tusk also said I treated him like a punching bag and that he was my server's whipping boy, which is not true at all. That very night I was DM'd by Comrade, who was a former admin of my server, said he was not happy with the user Tusk hated being back in the server. I told Comrade the same thing about what me and Kai had agreed on. Comrade had a chance to vote, but during Anime Expo, he went to go see Spider-Man Far From Home at the theater nearby the con I was at with Kai.
Blah, 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 bullshit! Why are you dragging this shit on? It sounds to me like you're making excuses to not tell us what's going on with Flory. Remember earlier when I shared the chat log? He does this sort of thing very often, especially when it comes to getting out of a bad situation. Well, let me tell you something, Zingo. With all this evidence I've got against you, it's only a matter of time before you slip up and say something dumb, which I'm willing to bet is going to happen very soon.
Comrade said he wanted the ban on the user to stay permanent, but I said Kai made an agreement, if he gets to ban user, I get to bring back user.
I really hate people who do this sort of shit. If you do this, you gotta do this for me. You agreed to it. This is what is known as an entitled person. They see something you do, they want something done at a price of their choosing, or in the case of Zingo, an agreement. I find it hilarious that you're acting like you get all the toys in the playpen and everyone gets nothing in return. You're a man-child in every aspect of the term, and that goes without saying. I'm almost tempted to reveal the info I have regarding Anime Expo and BabsCon as well, but I think I'm going to hold off until the time is right. For now, let's continue.
He then talked about saying that's not how shit works, and I said, it's my server, stop complaining.
You see? An entitled person at his finest. You don't like it? Tough. It's my server, so you do what I say. This is how you get people to start making videos and Reddit posts about you, calling you out on your bullshit. And you know what else? We're still not at the part about Flory. That's how much he's been dodging the inevitable.
And then Comrade left my server saying he is done. Then Comrade says to me, you have 1 month to pay me back what you owe me. I will talk about this later as well. Then I get contacted by another former friend named Brutal Bloodstorm, and he says to join this group called Actual Adults. And then I was hit with a surprise attack.
And here we go. After 4 boring minutes of you bitching about stupid bullshit, here is the guest of honor in this calling out video, Flory. But before we get to her, let's go back and repeat what he just said.
Then Comrade says to me, you have 1 month to pay me back what you owe me.
Okay, people, it's time to reveal the receipts. And here's how I got roped into this. You see, Zingo Dash has been in debt to not only me and my friend, but also he's in debt to several Team Fortress 2 players in both currency and keys. Most of those keys are extremely expensive, some ranging up to $100 or more. What has he been doing with these keys? He's been using them for revenue so he can attend Anime Expo. Whether that's true or not is up for debate, but the fact remains, he has conned several people out of money, and when he got called out, he started threatening legal action. And if it's their fault he owed them money...
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, that's exactly how Zingo does it. He's like, well, it's your fault for for giving me the money, so there. Blech. Zingo, that's not how it works. When you do something for someone, you do not take the money and run, then attack them for paying you. You're a con man, a scammer, and we haven't even got to the harassment and threatening part yet. Oh, trust me, the tea is about to get spilled all over the place.
Not only did Comrade get the people I owe money and TF2 items to in a group call, which I will be talking about later as well, but Flore was in the group call in the server as well. I was attacked by all sides. I could not record the call as this was a surprise. Brutal had come to me a while back saying Flore has changed, and I said I don't believe she has changed, which is why she was part of the phone call attack. Then I forgot who asked me to do it, but in a way I was kind of forced to take all my PSA videos on Flore down. So now you know.
While I'm inclined to believe you were told to take the videos down, I have half a mind to think you were also removing them because you were also threatening her and harassing her, and you didn't want to get your account terminated. In any case, for the fact you said that, I don't believe it at all. You can confront me and say a whole bunch of bullshit, but I've got the chat log to prove otherwise. So, wait a minute. You're saying you took the videos down to make peace, yet earlier you said someone told you to take the videos down. Which is it, Zingo? And not only that, you had to do this before Kai got involved? So you lied to me about making peace with Flore. Well, guess what? We're all tied up now. Zingo, this is what I told you. Stop sidestepping because it makes your lies look dirtier and dirtier than they normally were. But enough about that. Let's continue.
Flore has been making up lies to not only make herself look good, but she has also turned people against me. She turned the following people against me as you see them on screen now. These are just to name a few, by the way.
Keep those names in mind, folks. I must remind you once again because I have some screenshots revealing some damning evidence that makes all of his points fall flat on their face just like he is right now. Also, what I reveal about Flore later on is going to completely ruin Zingo entirely. So bear that in mind.
Flore has come to me one time showing me a screenshot of me talking to a girl on Discord. The name will not be shown, by the way, saying I am asking for nudes.
Wait, what? You mean to tell me you were asking for nudes? Why would you reveal something like that in a YouTube video? You know how damning this is for your case? I was going to save this for later, but since you yourself brought it up and proceeded to shove your own cock up your ass, I think I better leave this to the one who sent the screenshot to you. Ladies and gentlemen, making her special appearance in my video, here's Flore Fempyro.
My name is Flore, and wow, this has really gotten out of hand, hasn't it? Zango made a video revealing this screenshot, stating how it was faking wasn't true at all. Well, if you took a look at these two screenshots we have here, you can clearly see that in this screenshot there seems to be some missing messages. Why, you ask? Well, Zango had deleted them out of fear of being found out. Please note, we are well aware the person he is asking nudes from is above the age of 18. But it doesn't really matter that due to the fact it seems he's asking again, even after the young adult told him no already.
Thanks, Flore. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see you here. But back on track. Zingo, you do not ask for nudes from anyone. That's some sick, predatory shit. And to further drive the point home, let me reiterate something to you. I have some evidence regarding BabsCon that is going to blow the roof off of this whole thing. So if you think it's about to get worse, brace yourself. This is about to become a Category 5 shitstorm. Continuing on.
When I have even gone as far as to take the screenshot to my local sheriff's department and was told by the detective working on my case that the screenshot Flore showed me was proven to be fake, as some things even I was told by my friends and current admins before I went to the detective that it was fake. She and her friends are going to great lengths and heights to prove I am a sexual predator.
You seem like one, judging by the way you're defending yourself, so there's no doubt about it.
Flore unfriended me and blocked me a few days later because I removed Kai as a friend, which I will talk about later in the video.
God, and can you stop saying that, please? I will talk about it later on. I will talk about it later on. I will talk about it later on. You're dodging subjects just to keep kissing your own ass and defending yourself. You just keep doing it over and over and over. But you know what? I've got more proof that you are what Flore and others are saying about you. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at the chat log again, shall we? With that out of the way, allow me to explain. Back in 2015, Zingo had called me on my phone to address the issues regarding his recent outing at BabsCon a year or so prior. He called me, telling me to not believe anything that was being spread on Tumblr or Facebook, to which I just brushed off. Or at least that's what he thought. So, I did a bit of research on this, and I come to discover that he had attended BabsCon a year or so prior, and during said BabsCon, an 11-year-old girl was being sexually harassed and stalked by a man. Because of this, she was told to hide in the dealer's room from said predator. What makes the situation worse is that based on the evidence I have received from an anonymous source, Zingo had left the convention early on Sunday because the SoCal Bronies community were after him for those allegations. With this in mind, I confronted Zingo about this, as seen in the chat log. Oh, and here's a little history lesson for everybody. When I presented my findings to Zingo about what he called me for back in 2015, he told me not to believe anything, and then he immediately started denying everything I asked him and began to message me so fast that I didn't have time to read or say anything. But even then, I had everything I needed and then some. So not only is Zingo being hunted for potentially sexually harassing an 11-year-old girl, but he's also involved with drug smugglers. Now let's get back to earlier when Flore mentioned the nudes. Guess what? You just contradicted yourself. You never do anything sexual because it's gross, right? You have done this several times in the past, and you've lied about it. Your case is not looking good at all, Zingo. We're 6 minutes into this already out-of-control garbage fire, and now kerosene has been thrown into it in the form of sexual harassment, stalking, and now drug smuggling. I could stop the video right now, but this is pro-revenge, and I'm thirsty for more. Let's keep going, shall we?
I don't know who made the screenshot, but they made a very good fake version of the Discord interface, which also left my detective shocked and impressed. But it would have been proven real if it were not for one important element, the magnifying glass icon missing from the screenshot. I was told by one of my friends, who wants nothing to do with this whole thing, that the girl took the screenshot with a ZTE Android phone. Here's why I know it's fake, because I own 2 phones, a Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime, and a ZTE smartphone.
Okay, 2 things. First of all, we've already proven this is all bullshit because Flore presented the receipts of the actual conversation. So it looks to me like this is photoshopped and you're trying to hide the fact you said all that sick shit and lied about it. So for the fact you said this is all fake and presented as fake evidence, there you go. Another lie has been added. And second of all, let's replay that last bit, shall we?
I own 2 phones, a Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime, and a ZTE smartphone.
Zingo, I've got a question for you. If you are so broke and you can't afford to pay back everyone you owe thousands of dollars to, like myself and my friend, I'd like to know one thing. How in the unholy mother of fuck do you own 2 cell phones? You know what? I'm going to add an additional 2 more lies, 1 for each cell phone. You owe thousands of dollars in debt to people, yet you own a nearly $1,000 worth.
What the fuck?
Cell phones. And for the fact you say you have no money to afford anything, I call bullshit, because your stupid ass was able to buy 2 computers, 2 cell phones, video games, and tickets to not only BabsCon, but Anime Expo. And I haven't even got to the Anime Expo part yet. The point is, your fucking lying bullshit is really starting to piss me off, and we're not even to the halfway point of this. So, if you're keeping score, we've got 4 contradictions and 8 lies. We've got quite the game going on, so let's continue.
Just like the girl in question. I even tried Discord on my ZTE phone, which is now dead during the making of this video, and it had the magnifying glass icon in its interface. And there are other elements as well too, which I can say, one of them being that actual adults was present in the phone call. When Kai told me, when he was asking me about the screenshot, that the girl was in a call with him being Kai, how could she be talking to Kai when it says she's in a call with the group actual adults?
Perhaps she was maybe needing protection from you when she decided to confront you? Usually a young girl would want to confide in their elders if something very bad happened to them. Remember the old meme from 2006? If you don't, then Neve, play the clip.
But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
What this girl did was very brave, and the fact she confronted a sick son of a bitch like you is very commendable. At this point, I don't know if there's anything you can do to save face.
It would also be showing Kai's name, not actual adults, as the call taking place. And second, the girl has strict parents who want her in bed by 12 midnight, even though she is 19 or 20 years old.
19 to 20 years old. Yeah, that's pretty young, but now you're just saying it never happened in a sense, huh? Well, once again, you've just changed her age to avoid potentially looking like a sexual predator, which we've already proven you are, by the way. It just sickens me to know you keep lying and changing your story to make yourself look like the good guy, knowing that you've harassed these people in such malicious ways. Let's hear what other bullshit you've got to say.
Why and how is she up at 1:48 a.m.? Look for yourself, it's all there. Kai, or Key Anime Stuff on YouTube, is a member and a content creator for the game Train Simulator, and is part of the Train Simulator community.
And as I've stated to you in the past, Zingo, this is all irrelevant, because it's overshadowed by your constant harassment, threatening, and doxing. Anything you say about Kai right now is not going to change the fact that you've done all this shit, and I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to turn around and blame Kai for all of this. And I'd like to ask, since we're now 7 minutes and 42 seconds into the video, what does all of this have to do with Flore? It sounds like you want to put it all on Kai, so why bring her in on this? Oh wait, let me answer my own question with the chat log. Several times during the chat, I tried to steer him away from Kai and get him to focus on paying me, my friend, and everyone he owes money back to. But he has remained insistent on keeping Kai in the spotlight, thus avoiding any kind of responsibility for his actions. Well, with that in mind, let's hear more about Kai, since you love riding his dick more than his girlfriend does, Zingo.
He has a big name for himself, but has a few people who, sad to say, hate him as well. Kai is a person who will easily take the side of someone without doing any research at all or getting the other party's side of the story.
And as we've proven within the last 8 minutes, that statement alone contradicts everything you have said throughout the first half of this video. And with that, continuing on.
In other words, Kai likes to jump the gun a lot. Kai one night tried to contact me about something that happened to Tusk, which we will not talk about in this video as it is a private matter. Kai was basically demanding evidence from a person who was against Tusk from me that I had no access to, and Kai was willing to go to great lengths to get it.
Just refer to the incident I mentioned earlier in this video for more info. Okay, thanks, bye.
Even as far as to break the law. I will not show the conversation between me and Kai as it is too long for this video and might show Kai's hometown in the conversation. I even had to tell him I would contact his local law enforcement about what he was trying to do. I don't want to see Kai end up in jail for something he was not part of.
Yet that didn't stop you from gathering his docs via that special website you go to, now did it? In fact, Flory, could you please share that bit of evidence with us?
Hey guys, it's 4-Way once again. As you can see here, Zango had paid this website 95 cents to get all of Kai's information. Kai did not agree to this, nor was he told that he was doxxed either. How did we find this out? A friend of mine who I will not name was told by Zango himself that he had paid for this website for his information. I'm guessing he was angry because Kai kept pestering him to pay the people back he had scammed. We have had many people come to us and tell us what Zango did was highly illegal, but no matter what we did, Zango continued to tell us that it was completely legal if the website was paid.
So with that in mind, Zango, let's replay that clip.
I don't want to see Kai end up in jail for something he was not part of.
You don't want to see Kai in jail, but you want to dox him and commit assault? Well, ain't that a fucking coinky dink? Let's keep going. This rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper. And no, that's not a pun based on me. Thank you very much.
Kai wants me to fall because he thinks I am lying about everything that Flory is telling him.
Which, at 8 minutes and 45 seconds into this video, we've proven you've lied 9 times and contradicted yourself 6 times. And counting.
I only removed Kai as a friend because he is too close to Flory for me to handle.
Bullshit! You removed him because he wouldn't stop contacting you about the debts you owe and all the threats and harassment. That's a blatant lie and you know it, jackass! The big 1-0. We should throw a party for you, Zango. Maybe invite all your friends. Oh, wait. You don't have any friends.
Comrade is a former friend who I knew in real life who was trying to claim money. I do not even know him.
And here we go again. I thought this video was about Flory. You know what? Fuck this. Let's get on to the more important shit regarding Comrade. We already know you lied about owing him money as well, so let's just get right to it.
Comrade has my personal info because we knew each other in person and online. He has my personal info such as home address and phone number. I even got a call from a guy in Florida that was asking for my personal info.
Yeah, because Comrade was probably warning him to watch out for you on Counter-Strike because of your fraud and deception.
Here is the proof shown on screen. And here is the number in my phone that called me, shown also on screen. Comrade even gave my home address to someone on Steam in order to cause me physical harm.
Yeah, because you probably screwed them over too. I mean, let's look at this metaphorically speaking. Let's say you and I are playing Destiny 2. We've been playing for about 6 months, and then you ask, "Hey TBone, could you spot me $20 to buy a special set of armor ornaments and a limited edition skin for my gun?" So, not knowing your track record, I loan you $20 and ask you to pay me back. Then you take the money, buy the shit, and give me nothing in return. No payback, no compensation in the game, no in-game currency, nothing. You cut and run. You think I'd be happy that I got cheated out of $20, which could have been used to pay my bills? I'd be pretty fucking pissed. If they call you sounding irate and wanting to blow your head off, chances are they found out that you took the money and told them to go fuck themselves. If anything, Comrade was doing them a favor by warning them of you.
I will not go into too much detail about it, but here's what happened. Basically, the guy came over, told me he was getting paid to cause me harm, and that Comrade had contacted him on Steam and was paying him to do so.
Does my ears fool me? Is Zingo lying again? Well, let's go to Flore with the evidence. Take it away.
Yes, No, it's not. I don't owe him anything. I paid off a lot of shit to him already. I will name off everything I paid. In fact, I'll even put it in. I'll even type it down.
So with this in mind, not only is Zingo fabricating the fact that he tried to get away with murder, but he's also lying about Comrade having money to begin with. And not only that, is it just me, or is Zingo becoming more of a violent sociopath? You know, like another Randy Stair in the making. Well, I don't know, but I do know this. If this keeps up, we'll be at 20 lies before too long. I've met some pretty bad liars in my day, but Zingo takes the cake. He could give Lauren Armstrong some lessons on how to be an expert liar.
I, of course, was able to prove myself innocent to the guy, and when he saw the evidence I had on everybody.
What evidence? Oh, you mean the evidence that you photoshopped to make it look like you're the victim? Oh, I forgot! I'm such a dumbass for not noticing that!
He said forget it and left my home, and nothing bad happened to me. The guy blocked Comrade and removed him from Steam as I watched him do it. This shows that Comrade was willing to go to great lengths to cause me harm for money for an in-game item I never had, nor do I owe money to him for.
He's full of shit!
Comrade wants me to fall because I caught him in his lie. Tusk is a Steam.
I don't give a fuck!
Tusk wants to see me fall because I think that the user he hates has an awesome imagination, and I can enjoy it because I like it when people use their imagination to their fullest.
Oh, please, more petty bullshit. I like this guy because he's special, and I'm going to make a joke about his parents and really piss him off, but I'm the victim here. Good God, if I wanted to watch a bullshit video like this, I'd queue up a TMossBoss video right about now. Actually, no, I wouldn't. So let's just continue. No way! We're finally gonna talk about Flore? Jeez, the last time we talked about her was 9 minutes ago in your 20-minute long video, and almost 90% of the time, Kai's been the center of attention. Now I know you're riding his dick.
Flore, from what I have been told by people who reached out to me after the PSA videos went up, Flore has not only dated a total of 17 guys and possibly one girl before I met her, which is the only thing I really can't believe about Flore's. I mean, who can date 17 guys?
Can I get away with one more movie reference?
Oh my God. 37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
Thank you, Neve. Continuing on.
But she has on multiple occasions used suicide to get free TF2 items and artwork from multiple people, and has on one occasion even started drama on one of my live streams on YouTube with me, just because I was streaming on my channel without her. She thought she ran my channel, and even on my Discord calls with her, she said, "You are not allowed to stream on your channel without me." And she unfriended me and blocked me back then too, because I called her out on it and had enough of her shit.
Jeez, man, way to over-exaggerate. Oh, and by the way, on the subject of exaggerating, Flore, may I ask you for proof on this once again?
Oh hey, looks like you're listening to me again. A long time ago, me and Zingo used to joke around a lot, so one day I decided to troll a stream with dark humor. Mostly because that's part of my humor that I like. Please do not judge me. As you can see here in the screenshots of the stream, I said grill instead of girl. Pretty sure that seemed like a joke to a few others, including me. After the stream had ended, a few days to a few weeks later, he made another one. He promised he'd stream with me that day. Sadly, I have no proof of this, as it may have been in a call. But when he did, I playfully responded with, "How dare you stream without me? I am angered." After being told to calm down, I replied with "no" as "no," a playfully and childish way to say the word no.
Zingo, you're dense. You're fucking dense. How can you not tell the difference between dark humor and trolling? It's like, the further I get along into this, the more bullshit I discover on you. And I have a feeling I may need you again, Flore. Just saying.
I was even told by one of her former friends that because Flore unfriended them, almost committed suicide 4 times. I have evidence of me being told this by that person, but I'm not allowed to show it as that person asked me not to show it.
Well, if you're not going to present evidence under a non-disclosure agreement, I'm going to automatically call bullshit on you. Either you present your own receipts or shut the fuck up, because I'm not buying any of this. Also, bringing mental health into this ordeal, let me pull up the chat log once again and call bullshit on you once more.
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
You can't seem to stop turning this in your favor, can you, Zingo? No matter who it is you piss off, you always try to make yourself look like a saint and make us look like garbage to you. No wonder everyone hates you, Zingo Dash!
I only have one thing to say about Flore. Flore is poison. It's even in her Discord name as of the making of this video. See?
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Really? You're gonna go that route and resort to name-calling? You know what? I got one thing to say about you, Zingo Dash. You're a pussy bitch!
Flore's White Knights are the following people: Tusk, Stormstriker, Brutal Bloodstorm, Kai, Comrade. There might be more people, but I'm not sure though. These are the people who raided my Discord server the day after the phone call in which I was attacked in.
Wow! Zingo, I'm impressed! Not only did you reveal that you asked a random girl for nudes, then started stalking and harassing other women, but you've pretty much revealed all that you have done throughout the course of all this drama. This is amazing! I don't even need to keep going with this! This right here says it all about Zingo Dash, ladies and gentlemen. But because I love you guys, I'm not gonna stop. I want to make sure he's destroyed completely and totally. Let's continue.
In the group Actual Adults. The only one who was not part of the raid at the time was Tusk, but he was part of the call that night before.
So basically there's blackmail going on here. Tusk wants to call Flore a rapist and get everyone to buy into it, as if to convince everyone Zingo did nothing wrong. Wow, way to incriminate yourself even further, dumbass. If I could sum up all this drama into one meme, it'd look like this.
I am currently 31 years old and I live on my own. I have recently been told by my doctor that I am type 2 diabetic, and I learned from my mother that colon cancer runs in my family, and I am at risk of not because of the type 2 diabetes, but because my older brother had colon cancer recently due to him drinking and being an electrical foreman for a company. He was electrocuted on one of his jobs. Thankfully, it was not enough to kill him, but it triggered the colon cancer in his body.
While I do admit that having cancer does suck, it doesn't change the fact that you use your illnesses as an excuse, as stated in the chat log I've shared throughout the video. In fact, on the subject of diabetes, I'd like to bring up something in the chat log that's going to make him look like a piece of shit and not someone you should feel sorry for. So not only does he use his mental illness as an excuse, he also uses his physical illnesses as well, and has the gall to say, I have it worse than you. Zingo, my dad survived prostate cancer, and I'm prone to have prostate cancer myself. Add to the fact that I've had kidney infections, one of which almost killed me years ago. And for you to use any form of illness as a means to garner sympathy, you are a fucking piece of shit for doing so, and from this point on, I have no remorse for you. You deserve what's coming to you, and so much more. Let's get back at it before I really start to get mad.
I have learned that colon cancer and any kind of cancer is in everyone's bodies, and can be jump-started by electricity, even from police stun guns and tasers.
Nah, I'd like to see proof of that, otherwise I call bullshit on you.
Ask and ye shall receive, Bun Bun. While the fact that colon cancer is pretty bad, it is something that you can research yourself. Cancer is inherited by the mother side of the family. You may have a small chance of having it as long as you have a screening when you're closer to the age of 40, just like colon cancer, breast cancer, or any types of cancers as well. Just look into your family history of the types of cancer your family may have, and make sure to talk to your doctor or nurse practitioner about it. Do not go to WebMD or Google your symptoms and think that it is cancer. However, the age range for colon cancer are average males 68 years of age, average females 72 years of age. Men do have a higher chance of having colon cancer than females. If you are under the age of 50, say maybe your 30s, you're pretty much in the 11% of being diagnosed. Yet in Zango's case, that colon cancer can be jump-started by electricity is very, very, very not likely. You must have a mutation in your colon already in there. And there are no signs of symptoms while it's in stage 0 to stage 3. So Zango, get your facts straight and stop using illnesses as an excuse. If you want to learn more about colon cancer or any types of cancers, I'll put the links in the description and at the end of the video. Back to you, Bun Bun.
And any big form of electrical shock. My older brother luckily survived due to the doctors catching it early enough to do something about it. I am currently waiting for results on my own screening for colon cancer. I am also considered in the state of California, which I live in, as someone with a mental handicap. Luckily, I am said to be high functioning and very smart for someone with my condition. I did graduate high school with a 3.9 GPA.
That is very questionable, considering you could never hold a job to save your life. Oh wait, you've never worked a day in your life!
I myself was even surprised, as I was the highest in my graduating class of 2006. I am currently looking for a new home, and in that time I might not have internet access.
And once again, I've come across something. He keeps saying, I'm looking for a new home, and I won't have internet access for a while. He says this a lot, both here and on Discord. Well, if that were true, Zingo, then why are you still here? Shouldn't you be finding a new home? Oh, wait! Let's pull up the chat log! And now, let's move on to the very next day and see what happened. So right there, I've got a total of 3 lies. 3. And I'm going to address all of them right now. 1. You basically lied about Kai calling the place you were moving to, because I have evidence in regards to that day in the form of phone records, which I will not share because I do not share docs like you do. But if you want to know how I got them, read between the lines. 2. You said you were going to be without a home, yet the following night when I got on Discord, I saw you online playing Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, and Ace Combat 7. I asked you that question very cleverly, and you fell into my trap. I find it amazing how dense you are. but we've already established that. 3. I have evidence from Flore that she is not doing this merely for a booty call. I'm not going to reveal details as this is just as sensitive as the phone records and I am not one to dox people. Zingo, over the course of the last 16 minutes, you have told 14 different lies. This is not helping your case at all. And by the end of this video, I'm going to reveal something even worse that's going to make you piss your pants and make you regret the day you ever crossed paths with me. But for now, let's see how you can defend yourself now.
I do owe some of the following people TF2 items and money, which I will talk about right now. I will start paying them back after I find my new home.
Okay, remember everything I told you to keep track of? I want you to pay close attention to what he says from this point on, because I got all the receipts.
First, another Swiss. I owe him somewhere in the amount of $1,200. I know it's a lot, but I am currently talking to him about a payment plan and plan to start paying him back after I move to a new home. Storm Striker. I owe him 95 keys. I will not say why, but I'm going to keep my word to him. Brutal Bloodstorm. He has given me TF2 items that he's had spare of in the past when I asked him if I could have spares. And I do plan on paying him back what I owe him. If anything, I will research further with Brutal to see if anything of high value is owed to him. Comrade. I have been paying him back even before this all started. I have bought him things that he did take as payment. These are the items include in the following. $130 for Anime Expo 2019 Pass. $60 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. $20 for Nintendo Switch Online. $25 for Smash Bros. Fighter Pass. After the Fighter Pass, it will be $235 paid. I only owe him $23, but if he does not want the Fighter Pass, then he will only be given $48 cash or PayPal payment. Raiden. Raiden is a guy I wanted to talk about, but I'll touch a little bit base on with. I lost a minigun of his that was a Pro KS minigun. I lost it due to being hacked on marketplace.tf because I didn't have 2 mobile authentication or whatever the hell it is, double authentication. And I lost the gun as a result, but I paid him back 20 keys as that's how much he put into the gun. I already fully paid him off. Kai. I do currently owe him a new Aussie wrench. Might make it a Spec KS or Pro KS. I did promise him an unusual as well after Anime Expo, but with the current situation at hand, I might not do the unusual unless things between me and him turn out okay in the end.
Now then, with all that in mind, at any point did you hear him mention me or my friend? If you didn't hear my name or my friend's name, guess what? I have something to bring up. You see, folks, Zingo owes way more than what he's shared here right now. He owes me for bus fare, a pass to Anime Expo, and a pass for BabsCon. In short, he owes me about $500 alone for all of that, and he has not paid me back in 6 years. But it gets even better, Zingo. Do you remember someone by the name of Dark Dreaming Blossom?
Tell me how you're sleeping easy, how you're only thinking of yourself. Show me how you justify telling all your lies like second nature. Listen, mark my words, one day you will pay. Karma's gonna come collect her debt.
I'm sure you do. Well, folks, here's a little history lesson and the reason why I'm doing this commentary. You see, I've always mentioned her as my friend, and I never officially revealed her name. But now is the time to do so. You see, Zingo owes her almost $1,000 for gifts, a pass for BabsCon, a pass for Anime Expo, among other things. In short, he owes me and her combined over $2,000. And what's more, we've been keeping tabs on this for 6 years, Zingo. Remember how you believed Kai was the one to include interest on your debt? I got news for you. That was me and her you screwed over, and we're the ones asking for interest. You had the balls to lie to us and say you'd pay us back over the course of 6 years, and then come to find out you've been doing the same shit to more people in that time frame. Zingo, with all that money you spent on cell phones, video games, and so much more, you could have paid us back years ago, but you didn't. And now, Zingo, you have crossed the line. It went from a simple debt to pay back to you getting involved with drug dealers, stalking, harassment, threatening, death threats, doxing, and worst of all, sexual harassment. You racked up so much heat that I'm impressed you've evaded the law for this long. Well, don't worry, pal, because in the coming days, people are going to see this video, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if more people start coming forward with information about you. So with that, let's hear your quote-unquote final thoughts, because I'm pretty sure I could tear those apart as well.
I really wanted to do this video in the old way I was going to do it, to where I was just going to make a peaceful video where I wasn't going to say anything bad about Flore and her friends, but because Comrade did what he did, I had no choice but to do this, the only way I knew I could do it.
This wasn't a video about Flore, this was all directed towards Kai. I recall throughout the entire video, you've only mentioned Flore a handful of times, mostly with an offhand mention of Kai. So this video you made on her makes no sense whatsoever, and it only makes your situation get worse and worse.
And that's talk about the whole drama and what the people involved did. I myself am hurt that the people once close to me have joined Flore, even though she hurt and used some of them in the past.
You know, like how you did to me and my friends in the past too. Remember my podcast? Remember the mini arcade show? Remember any of that? Well, let's go ahead and add another one to the hypocrisy counter, shall we?
What hurts me the most is Kai was my best friend, and he turned on me in an instant. Kind of a dumb reference to make, but this is the only thing I can think of. It's like Order 66 in Star Wars. The clones fought alongside their Jedi generals, and when Order 66 was issued by Palpatine, they turned on the Jedi in an instant without hesitation. So basically, when Flore showed Kai that fake screenshot of me asking that girl for nudes, that was Flore telling Kai to turn on me, in which he did without hesitation.
Oh wow, using Star Wars as a reference to describe how Kai betrayed you? That's pretty sad, actually. The way I see it, everyone became aware of your bullshit and decided to take you down altogether. Don't make it seem like a betrayal when we've all had enough of your bullshit.
I know I'm not a perfect person, nobody is, but I do keep my promises and I will pay back everyone mentioned in this video.
Remember, that pause right there tells you he's hiding more debts. He wants to refrain from revealing the darker secrets he has to hide.
All I have to say on this matter is, if you have questions, feel free to comment down below asking me or tell me if anything I missed. You can also see Flore's video on me, which I'll leave in the description to her channel, with a huge lack of evidence, by the way, that she has, and the lies.
No need, Zingo. We've got plenty of evidence to paint a shit-colored brown picture of you and all the bullshit you're full of.
I have the list of lies she raided my Discord server with, which I will leave a download link to the description. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and stay safe out there in the Steam and TF2 community. I am Zango. Good night.
Well, if you think the video is over, hell no, I'm not done yet. Remember what I said earlier about Anime Expo and BabsCon? Here's the gist of it. Zingo has not only done this to me and Dark Driven Blossom, but to several other people as well. I don't even think Comrade is the only one. I'm sure there's more. But now, I have to reveal something even worse. I've saved the worst for last, and this is the driving point behind the commentary. And Zingo, if you're watching this, I knew you were a liar since all the drama began, but I never expected you to stoop this low.
You done goofed.
This is a Twitter post from almost a decade ago featuring Zingo Dash. He has been shunned by many conventions for his sexual deviancy. And what's worse, he's continued doing this sick shit to this very day, mostly to young teen girls. Remember earlier when Flore revealed the chat of the 19-year-old about nudes? He's done that to many other teen girls at other conventions and has even fabricated the accusations involving BabsCon. The problem here is that he's too chicken shit to admit the faults in his actions. Zingo, you need to come clean about everything, about exactly how much debt you owe, how much you have lied about your time at BabsCon and Anime Expo, the drug smugglers at BabsCon, the threatening, the doxing, the unwanted harassment of both Kai and Flore, and especially all the sexual assaults and harassment you are involved in. You cannot hide this at all. You can hide from it all you want to, but after a while, it will come back to haunt you, far worse than you would expect. Furthermore, we demand an apology for all the drama and all the bullshit you've done. And for the record, Zingo, you can bet your bottom dollar that once this video makes rounds on all social media, I wouldn't be surprised if more people start coming out of the shadows and revealing more about you. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has a bit of history with you. So to close out this commentary, to anyone who wants to side with Zingo and say I'm full of shit, or anyone else involved with this shit right now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Go fuck yourselves! The fact you want to defend a disgusting, sleazy, lying, four-flushing child molester piece of shit like this is pathetic and sad. I refuse to let someone like this destroy so many lives and walk away scot-free. No, Zingo Dash, you've done this for far too long, and now you've kicked the hornet's nest. I'm not going to end this in typical TBone 2004 fashion. I'm just going to leave it at this. Zingo Dash, you should have known better than to cross me. If you had watched my videos in the past, you'll know I've gone after some very bad guys. People say I'm too mean, but I'm merely stating cold, hard truth. The fact you have done this for so long is amazing. And as I said in my brony rant back in 2016, you're lucky I didn't call the police on you sooner. Well, after this video, all I can say is this. I wish you the best of luck, because at this point, luck is all you got, and it's about to run out. You're on your own, Zingo.